Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. I'm here to give you guys my recap on Fate Apocrypha's new episode, which is on episode 13. Last week, it had a recap, which I did not even really bother watching, even if it should be subbed, because it was just going to be a recap. But aside from that, this episode right here had a couple twisty events and some hilarious moments that I consider satisfying in a certain sense. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that Sig has a little small talk with Ryder and calls him an idiot and was really concerned about him. Although, Sig himself, is gonna, continue doing what he wants to do, maybe save the homunculi, of course. Ryder, on the other hand, decides to, help him out. But apparently, his master, which is that freaking crazy, stuck-up woman, apparently, is not happy about this. And we see, after the opening, which was actually pretty slick, by the way, I actually really enjoyed it. Aside from the opening, which had all the servants here and there, and some moments and fights, etc., we have to it that after the opening, of course, that Jean has a little small talk with Amakusa Shiro, or you could call him the freaking, or you could call him Kotomine Shiro, if anything. Like, why are you doing this? What are you trying to think about this, huh? You went against the rules, etc., and you know that that we came here to, help out. What are you trying to achieve? And Shiro explains to Jean already, he says he wants a salvation for all of humanity. And we have to it that, that he will not back down from his plan because he prepared that. He was reincarnated 60 years ago. 60 years ago. That's like 6 decades, dude. And in the third war to get this chance, etc., to help humanity, etc. Of course, we get to know that the person of the Babylonian Guardians, yada yada yada, is actually Assassin of Red, which apparently shows a lot of what the who the heck this person is, etc. The woman who's Assassin of Red, and we also see to it that that all the other servants of Red shows up later after what's been going on, and we see to it that the masters of the previous servants are apparently had all the command seals taken from them by Kotomine Shiro or Amakusa Shiro, or previous ruler, if anything. And we see to it that Rider of Red was trying to attack him, but Assassin of Red would not allow him to. And we had to it that Archer of Red was trying to attack him, but Lancer of Red did not allow that to happen. He said he has questions for Kotomine Shiro or Amakusa Shiro of why he did that. Although he's helping him out, he does not agree with his tactics of switching masters. Speaking of which, we have to it that Shiro gives the chance for Kiro and Aphris Braun to give a surrender right now. But apparently we get to that later once we get to the scene with Ryder's master, Ryder of Black and Black Rider's master is trying to kill the homunculi as she's really annoyed with this fact and disgusted, and she's trying to kill Sig because of him. Of course, Ryder of Black is trying not to let that happen right now and tries to avoid this no matter what. Although Ryder of Black has one of his noble phantasms to stop the command spell from killing Sig, because all of his efforts of saving Sig will be pointless. And we have to it that Sig tells Rider of Black's master, why the hell are you doing this? What's the point in making him suffer, huh? And she ends up beating him up and says, it's all your fault why this is happening, etc. Although she does not want to dirty her own hands, she wants Rider to do the freaking blood killing. Which apparently she ends up trying to use another command spell to make Rider do another bidding. And we have to it that, she says, now kill this freaking homunculus, but apparently Saber Red or Mordred, thank you, Lord, cut her head, just beheaded her, dude. I'm thank you. You killed this freaking psychomaniac, which I don't give two that's about, honestly, because she was never too important anyway, and I'm glad she cut off her head. And then we had to it that Rider of Black was about to disappear, but Sig decides to make a contract with Rider of Black, or Astafalo, or something. Which apparently, although Rider does not like the idea, he decides to be a servant to Sig, which apparently saved him, etc. But apparently the command that's ordering him to kill Sig is still working right now, and etc. Of course, Sig will go on ahead to go look up ahead to go help other homunculi out, but Rider, on the other hand, tells Sig not to do anything reckless. And we see to it that, that I think Caster of Black, apparently, we had to it that, he's going to switch sides. And apparently he's going to side with Kotomi and Shiro. And Archer of Black was not happy about this, but Caster of Black says, I have my own dreams, etc. to fulfill. I don't mind trampling over my pride and ethics in order to achieve this. But he tells Kotomi and Shiro one condition, that you do not lay a hand on my master or you do nothing to him. You understand me? And apparently they were about to be... Jean, along with many others, are about to be killed. But apparently with the arrival of Mordred and with the little smoke screen from Mordred's master, they managed to escape. But apparently Saber Red was called a traitor, etc. But we had to it that Saber Red says, the time you try to betray my master, it's obvious that you became my enemy. So I don't care if you call me a freaking traitor or not or something. And we have to it that Caster of Black gets ready to switch sides to make a contract. And right now, Jean d'Arc is really concerned about this and having a conversation with Archer of Black right now because of what's been happening. Especially when Jean understands Kotomi and Shiro's beliefs about salvation of humanity, she still wants to stop him as she believes this is her purpose to be summoned. As for Sig, he ends up meeting the other homunculi and ends up talking to let me see here, Archer of Black's master and her brother, well, Fiore and Claus, along with their uncle. We have to it that Sig has a little small talk with them and telling them what happened, that Rider of Black's master just got killed, so I'm in contract with Rider of Black right now, so he's on my side. And Rider shows up and tells him the whole story, Rider of Black, that is. And we have to it that he wants the homunculi to have a free will to choose and wanting to fight for freedom, etc. Although things got a little complicated, Archer of Black decides to get a message to Fiore about what's happening right now, because Caster of Black is right now just betrayed us to Kotomi and Shiro. He switched sides in other cases. And we also see to it that that Archer of Black asks Fiore, have you seen Roche around? They go no. Why? He's not with us. They go oh, you gotta stop him right now then. But it was already too late. We have to it that Roche ends up delivering something to his let me see here, master or something, or should I say servant, and Caster of Black, which is no longer on the Black faction, ends up saying thank you so much. This is true. Both of us being saved is a truly blessing. And it ends off there. So it looks like to me, after what happened in this episode, things are not going to be the same. Because the Red versus Black faction has totally been, let me see here, sabotaged, I believe. After Kotomi and Shiro is behind all this, etc. Seems like to me he wants salvation for humanity, but who knows what kind of salvation he's trying to bring. So, yeah. Aside from that, the new opening of Fate Apocrypha, I thought it was pretty cool. Although the way how it went, etc., it looks like we could expect other future battles of what's to come later for the series down the road. Because one thing was sure is I'm pretty sure certain red red members and black members will have to fight each other, and obviously, like, there was a scene where Sig will face off against Kotomi Shiro, and Jeanne d'Arc, or Ruler, is about to be part of this war personally. So in this episode, like I said, like, things kind of got in a little sabotage because of Kotomi Shiro. He caused a little trouble, and now he's becoming somewhat of an antagonist. And as for Rider of Black, apparently he switched masters with Sig after what happened here. Of course, Rider of Black's master, who's the crazy bee, which I don't care much about, just got herself beheaded because she won't just shut up. So aside from that, until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-doo!